can we take that allopathy is also a branch of Ayurveda?
So whether it is allopathy or Greek or Persian medicine or whatever it is, the basic should be in Ayurveda only.
Doctor, is there any logo, just like for allopathy we have a symbol, that snake type DNA structure with a eagle wing sort of it. Is there any symbol that has developed for Ayurveda?
So this is the Department of Ayush, they have a logo. But our logo is Dhanvantari. Because Dhanvantari is the god who has brought the Ayurveda science to the nature.
With due respects to allopathy, but we feel that allopathic medicine is more efficient and quick, whereas Ayurvedam is efficient, but it takes so much time. Your comments on that?
To be very frank,
But is there any tip or anything that you would like to give for those who are diabetic or those who are going through blood pressure? According to you, what is this blood pressure and diabetes? It appears to be the building blocks of today's medical treatment. Then the issue comes of low testosterone, low estrogen. Fertility issues are there. Dambadya life is not that happy. So people are looking for some solutions and other things on that.
there is no magical remedy. Just with single medicine, you cannot happen it. Basically speaking, Ayurveda has been evolved from the thought of Brahma.
Hello, my G viewers. Professor VKJ with you. And today is a very interesting day. We have had a full day power cut, but we decided to go ahead with the program in a natural setting. And we have a wonderful guest today. It's a small world. I was totally surprised to meet Dr. C.C. Saji. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. So, the connection between us is that he has been with the Maharishi movement even before I came in. And he learned to even teach transcendental meditation. He has been part of, the Shanta Ayurvedic Hospital, where he's the chief medical officer, and so many accolades to his career, So, but we'll straight away jump in, as I know that internet viewers, you are eager to know some of the answers to the questions. So, we'll straight go into the show, okay? So, once again, welcome, Dr. C.C. sir.
Welcome.
So, straight, how would you relate allopathy with Ayurveda? Can I say, suppose we say, if Ayurveda is a very ancient science, and it was probably the first one that came as a life science, and then subsequently the Greek medical system, European, Egyptian. So, in that line, can we take that allopathy is also a branch of Ayurveda? How would you?
Basically speaking, Ayurveda has been evolved from the thought of Brahma. So Brahma Smrita Aishwaveda. So the Brahma Smriti means Brahma is the creator of the universe. So Smriti is all pervasive. So he can understand every thought in every world, every humanity. So whether it is allopathy or Greek or Persian medicine or whatever it is, the basic should be in Ayurveda on, because it is an evolved science, not created sex. Okay, it has been evolved from the universe. It is naturally evolved.
So created is man-made.
Man-made. Evolved is not a God-made. So it is nature. We can say it is nature. Brahma, it is not a God actually. It is a nature. Beautiful. So the nature has created. So that is what Ayurveda. So basically freaking Ayurveda is a pastimes, no doubt in that. Even though they don't agree sometimes, certain people they don't agree. But very truth is actually Ayurveda is a natural science. And it should be, all others should be the branches of Ayurveda only.
Total new insight from Doctor. And I think this is straight away starting with the bombshell. Because I was not having this viewpoint. Even being a Siddhi practitioner and into so many fields. But that Ayurvedam is natural and there is nothing. So then how would you, Doctor, how would we fix Sushruti, Charaka Samhita? Where would we fix that?
The evolution of Ayurveda, when you check it, what normally the text Vedas are saying, it was there in the memory of Brahma. In the universe, there was no disease at all. Oh, the disease-free world. When you talk about the Satyuga or Kriti Yuga, all that Yuga, there is no disease at all.
Absolutely, no disease.
No disease. Because 100% is Devas or Asuras, whatever. It is two logas actually. So 100% is the Devamsam is all there. So they're not necessary there is a disease here. And because of our bad cultures and bad day-to-day, people reduce their cats. Then the Acharyas, like Agni Vaisa, all these Acharyas has met the meeting. Okay. You can say that Sunnahados like similar like meetings have been done. So they have decided to go to Brahma and ask for a solution. Okay. Because these people are getting into diseases because of their malpractices or their misbehaviors and all that.
Deviations.
Yeah. From the Veda. Okay. From the Vedic life and Sattvic life. You go to Tamasic and Rajasic mainly. So then you are getting into trouble. So then the Acharyas don't have any solution for that. Then the Acharyas met a meeting and then gone there to Brahma and requested him, this is the situation in now in the Bhumi, what we can. Then he has revealed, that is what it is called Brahma, Smrita, Aisho, Vedam. The Aisho Vedam, he has been from the Smriti, he has revealed to these Acharyas. So that is what you say, Agni Vaisa, Hriday Tattare Charaga Prati Samskrita. Agni Vaisa bonds of Brahma, direct. Then the Charaga and Sushruta Acharyas, it has been commented or it reproduced in the other world. So they have given the commentaries because we are not understanding the direct inputs the Brahma has given. So these Acharyas, Sushruta, Charaga, Vakpada, Bhavapragasa, there are a lot of Acharyas there in Ayurveda. All these Acharyas made it or simplified it to understand for the common public. Okay. So that is how this Charaga, Sushruta, Vakpada, all that has come. Because they are the Bhartrays actually in Ayurveda. Three modern people, Charaga, Sushruta and Devapa. So they have created three different books actually. Kusala Samhita, Tara Samhita, Ashtanga Hridaya. So Ashtanga Hridaya is the latest one, you can say in that way like that. Because it is able to make it Hridaya, like by heart. Okay. You can by heart that. That is what Ashtanga Hridaya. All the 8 branches of Ayurveda can be Hridayam by this. That is what been created by the Vakpada. So that is the latest one actually. Charaga and Sushruta is very difficult because that is in prose order and maximum the Sanskrit slokas are on prose order format. Okay. And it will be very difficult for us to understand or so. Even Sanskrit scholars are being difficulty to understand that. So here that the Ashtanga Hridaya is a simplified version. So it is being followed by the most of the Acharyas and Ayurveda doctors now. Ashtanga Hridaya has been mainly practiced.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think such a vivid, clear explanation, I think out to the viewers, keep a note of this. Okay, doctor. So wonderful. I have never heard an answer as clear as what you have presented now so far.
And this is the truth.
No, okay. We are glad that we are so glad that they are getting to know the truth. Yes. Truth ultimately sets you free. Even the Bible says, I think John 8.33, truth shall set you free.
Yeah.
So wonderful, doctor. Wonderful. Doctor, is there any logo, just like for allopathy, we have a symbol, you know, that snake type DNA structure with a eagle wing sort of it. Is there any symbol that has developed for Ayurveda?
No, Ayush now a department is there in India because it is coming under the Indian system of ISM. So ISM is a separate wing and is a minister also for a cabinet prime ministers and so therefore the upliftment of Ayurveda. So they have classified all the Indian system of medicine like Ayush, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha. That is a short form of it that all is coming as Ayush. So this is a department of Ayush. They have a logo. But our logo is Dhanvantari. Because Dhanvantari is the god who has brought the Ayurveda science to the nature. Aham Hi Adi Deva, who is the first god we believe. And he has brought this science to the, he revamped the Ayurveda, that is what the truth actually. And he is also a Vishnu avatar. And Dhanvantari brought the surgery actually. That is what we always say. Dhanvantari brought the surgery being into the Ayurveda. Before that, it was only the practices like Charaga. Then Dhanvantari only brought the, that is what you can see that the Dhanvantari hand, the leaves will be there. Only is a method of surgery. Oh, good. Yeah. There is venesection is there, and then the same way that leech application. Leech. Okay, you should say suck the bad blood from this. That is also a surgical procedure. So it is a surgical instrument. That is what he has came with the from the when you turn the Rilki Ocean. The last came actually the Nandri with the Amrit Kalash. He is the ultimate, brought the Amrit Kalash, which is the representation of deathless life or immortal life. So that is what Amrita. So in his hand, the Changam, Chakram, Jalaugam and Amrita Kalas. So Jalaugam is a surgical equipment. So he actually we can see that he was the first surgeon or the introduced first surgeon. But as we know the science know that Susruta has been accepted as the father of modern surgery. But surgery has been introduced by Dhanvantari, that is what Ayurveda do.
But the Indian system is so vast, we can have many experts. We will recognize and accept everyone.
Everything is connected also. As you say firstly that because you and I are now connected.
Now suddenly we are connected by Jai Gurudev, Varish.
World is first. So like that, see Veda is something which is an ocean, but everyone is a part of it. There is a drop of that ocean.
Achha. Excellent. Doctor, there's one thing, with respect to the limitations and advantages. With due respects to allopathy. But we feel that allopathic medicine is more efficient and quick. Whereas Ayurvedam is efficient, but it takes so much time. Your comments on that?
To be very frank, allopathic side has updated up to the modern technology. Where the Ayurvedic science has not been updated to the modern technology. So there is one reason it is not quick or efficient what you say. But when you take it to the action situation, it is also efficient. But unfortunately, we are stuck to the olden method of diagnosis and olden method of this thing. It has been not developed actually. We can also introduce most of this technology into the Ayurveda without prejudicing the concept of Ayurveda. Without prejudicing, then it will be more efficient. Yeah, allopathy is also efficient like that only. When in the first stage, when the allopathy started with the Hippocrates, there were no technologies involved in that. There was no heart-lung machine at that time. There was no BP apparatus at that time. Because they are ready to accept the biotechnology development into their system. They have incorporated and they have done a lot of researches and updated it to the modern science. And so that it is quick and effective. So BP, who invented? It's just only an engineering part of it. It is not an MBBS doctors invented all this. Oh, it's an engineering part of it. But they have ready to open and taken to use that technology into their system. Where Ayurveda, for a long time, now it is little changes are happening, but for a long time, we don't want to accept any modern technology. We depend on the primitive method of diagnosis and all that. But that doesn't accepted by the scientific fraternity today. So even the people are not believing because there is no scientific validity, but people don't believe. If people come in a BE and also the Ayurvedic doctors are equipped to diagnose the disease properly and then prescribe the medicine, it will be also efficient and no doubt in that. That is what my 30 years of experience I found it. Who make capital betting for a billion dollars? You call. But unfortunately, these are of the drawbacks we have based on the system.
So since you mentioned about diagnosis, the ancient diagnostic way was Nadi. So we are all laymen. So we may not know, I'm sure it's a very deep science, intrinsic, but can you throw some light on that, so that it will build our confidence on the Nadi Sastra, how just by looking at the Nadi, how they're able to do such great diagnosis.
Yeah. To be very frank, in the Ayurvedic syllabus, the Anadi Pariksha is only given a very small chapter.
Okay.
1 or 2 chapters. That's for an understanding what is Nadi and what is how it is checked. So that is was only mentioned. But fortunately, when I am with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's organization, that Maharishi Ayurveda, there is a 20 concept of Maharishi Ayurveda in which Nadi Pariksha is a very important concept. So he has given us a elaborate experience and elaborate explanation for the Nadi Pariksha with a lot of gurus of Nadi. Okay. And we have trained at least 6 to 8 months there with the Nadi Pariksha. That made us you be master. But every Ayurvedic doctors are not master in the Nadi. because they're not getting trained in that during their posts. So this should be revamped. If you are not introducing the technology into your diagnosis, at least the primitive technology or the olden technology or the traditional technology, we can say, that should be improved by training. It is a training. It is not just like that, like you machineries is showing. Now you can see even that pulsation machines are being diagnosed as a pulse also, but that is not true actually. It is an intuition plus your conscious level concentration. Then automatically you will understand which dosha and which area is being affected. Because each dosha is controlling our body's different area, and each dosha has been divided into 5 classification. That classification is affecting all these areas. One it affects the joint, one it affects the intestine, one it affects your tongue and all that thing. So if you understand that, you can understand where the disease is. But that doesn't mean that you should read the pulse and say a MRI diagnosis. That is what another wrong thing you are doing. Okay. We don't want to compare that with an MRI diagnosis. We don't want to compare with area the CT scan. By just seeing the pulse, there are a lot of people have the tape and beneath that. When you do the pulse reading, we can even read the MRI without seeing the MRI. That is not true actually. Because MRI is a modern concept. That is being developed through some technology, and whatever the method they are doing, that is, it is a completely objective one. Okay. But Nadi Pariksha is a subjective one where you should need a lot of experience. And that experience only can tell you which area is being affected and which part is being affected. Like Vada, Pitta, Kapha, only we can elaborate. We cannot tell that by seeing the bulb. L4, L5, there is a bulb. So that is not very possible. We can say there is a Kadi Graham or Kadi Shulam. It is there in your back, there is a Vada deformity is there. That we can say. But exactly that not necessary that we will be able to tell by Nadi, by the reducing of narrowing of the space and this thing, all that thing. So now today the government itself has permitted us to see the MRI and all that thing. Of course, you can see the MRI and also you can correlate with your pulse so that your experience will be more. We can try and improve your experience of Nadi Pariksha by examination and passing through all this rigorous training. Otherwise, Nadi Pariksha, just saying is not going to help.
It doesn't need, the Nadi Pariksha does not need modern.
We correlate with modern diagnostic now.
But seeing an MRI is just an add-on. You can add on.
And see, if you are seeing an MRI, 100 MRIs you are seeing, and the same 100 MRI you read on your pulse, maybe after some times you will be able to tell little inner vision to that. But that should be, again, it's not be completely correct as a objective magnetic resonance is giving to you. That's difficult. The X-ray is giving, magnetic resonance is giving, CT scan is giving. It is a direct objective picture is given. That may not be possible with our knowledge now. Yes. Maybe Charaka, Susrudha, Vagbada, all these Acharyas, maybe they would have done it. But we are not, because our knowledge has been come down, our training has been come down, our sincerity has been come down, everything has come down. So we want to be able to.
I think you have put it in a very beautiful way. You can see that Dr. Saji is, giving a balance. So although he respects the MRI and respects all those things, but yet he's humble enough to say that we have come down. So I think this is a very fair presentation that both the systems can revive and complement each other for the benefit.
That is what actually our President APJ Abdul Kalam and he came to Kerala after the presidency. They have very clearly told that if you incorporate the modern technology knowledge with our traditional knowledge, the India will be the capital of treatment in the world. But we are not doing. We should do it. We should do it without any prejudice, casting off all your prejudice, sitting the experts sit together. And there was a course like that, integrated course. DCAM course was okay. It has been disintegrated, So that is the reason it does not come up very fast.
I have heard Dr. B.M. Hedde also mentioned that in some country, I forget he says there are 6 medical systems. Was it Indonesia? Not sure. Including Quackery or witchcraft.
Yeah.
So what doctor is saying is like more integration is needed within India. More.
So be unprejudiced. If you are prejudiced, then okay, you cannot go forward like. Without prejudice, if the system integrates, whether Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, Allopathy, Homeopathy, whatever it is, every system has its merits and demerits, no doubt it is. But if you integrate the system, it will be the help for the human kind. Otherwise, it's not going to, because when you go parallelly, just not get its fullness afterwards.
Valid. Very well.
As Maharishi very clearly says, the life is to progress, evolve and grow, fulfill. So this evolution won't be there for the fulfill.
Very well. Yes. Doctor, just some general questions which comes, like in lifestyle, since you mentioned that life has to progress. So can you tell the audience, what would be the greatest or one or two or three greatest lifestyle changes that the present day modern people, if they do, it will really help recovery, cure, or help prevent disease? What are the three, according to you, what will be the three lifestyle changes? Even one or two or three?
Two is, told by the tradition itself. Dinacharya and Ritichai. So very simple. I don't want to invent it again. Dinacharya is a daily routine. You should follow the daily routine to be very healthy. And Ritucharya, seasonal habits. When the season changes, so even if you are a good immune person, in the Grishma, your immune will come down. That is Adana Kalam, Visarga Kalam that we say. You will be taken. The Surya will be taking your energy. It will be taken from you. That is the Grishma Kala. So, whether you are a very high immune person also, in this season, your immunity will be coming down. So, when you understand that, there is a Ritucharya which is mentioning the seasonal practice. Morning what you should be, the afternoon what you should be, evening what you should be. All these if you practice with the Dinacharya and Ritucharya, with two things you follow, then there is no disease. That is what Ayurveda always says, that instead of beating the patient, he says, Swasthasya Rakshanam Adirasya Roga Nivarana. So first you should maintain the health in a very healthy person, and then only if that is not happening, then we should treat the disease. So second concept of Ayurveda is only treating a disease. So wellness is a very important concept first. Yeah. So the importance should be given to the Dinacharya and Ritucharya, which is a very elaborate science. Wonderful. You can even consult a doctor for that. There are also wellness consultants are there. Everyone should be following the Ayurveda, Dinacharya, Ritucharya. Is a daily routine and a seasonal routine. If you follow that, there is no disease. That is what actually Ayurveda believes.
Doctor, you are different. What I have been seeing, because I put this question with thinking that, doctor is going to say, avoid the cell phone, do more of regular walking or go into the diet. But he just took one blanket going to the ancient thing with respect to seasons, weather and the routine habits.
But when we Acharya say, when Acharya says that these two things are the best one, then I cannot see another best one in that.
Beautiful. Wonderful. So, doctor, is there any tip or anything that you would like to give for those who are, diabetic or those who are going through blood pressure? According to you, what is this blood pressure and diabetes? It appears to be the building blocks of today's medical treatment.
Okay. To be very frank, BP is not a disease, the disorder. It can be a symptom of different other reasons in our body. First is the stress. As you know, you are also connected with the meditation. We say that Maneva Manushyana Karanam Tampamarshi. Your mind has been the reason for all these. So we are anxious or dense or depressed, whatever the name you can give. These are all the different format of the same disease of stress. Because stress is an undue pressure on your nervous system, which has been giving a physical or a chemical changes in a later state, then only it is becoming disease. So for us, BP is actually a disorder, not a disease. So unless you cast off your stress levels and you improve your energy level by rest, then it automatically the BP is gone. Once your stress has been relieved, your diabetic level also will come down. Even in Maharishi, you can see that after the meditation, diabetic levels are coming down. Your glycemic indexes, so you can say that it is coming down. So it's very true that stress is playing these two diseases that important. And today, because people are being lot of stress and there is lack of rest, energy gaining and resting is not either, diseases are going up. Otherwise, there is only one diabetic clinic in 83 in Chennai. Today it is 100 diabetes because we are running around the world for the money making, and we don't find any result in that. We don't find any rest in that. So the lack of rest, increase of stress, responsibility makes you, these two diseases are attacking you. Otherwise, this has actually been told as a rich people disease. Is diabetes or the rich people disease? Now it is not. It is common people disease because everyone is facing the stress. So unless you cast off your stress worries by a practice of meditation or yoga, you cannot
Even sleep also.
Sleep also.
Good sleep.
Good sleep. Because sleep itself is a meditation. You work in the 12 hours a day, 8 hours sleep is must. So this is actually a natural meditation. And in that, other techniques like lot of techniques are there for medication. But this medication should be studied from a qualified teacher. You cannot see through the book and you cannot see the PV and do some meditation. That will also help you, no doubt in that. But if you want the maximum result, it should be get trained or should be studied from a teacher.
Very excellent. So, I had listed out some more questions, and our team had done some work. So since the doctor is coming, we planned out. But how is that some of the questions you have already answered? So even before asking that, he has already answered it. So it'll be redundant for me to go into the same question again. Has Ayurveda evolved or devolved? And the importance of meditation. So probably the natural law is working. So like Brahma already knows what is written over here, or he knew what we are going to write and what is going to be discussed, including up to the sound of the birds or the traffic, whatever might be there. So let's come to the practical part, what most of them will want to know. See, many folks out over there, as they age, the age factor happens. And then the issue comes of, low testosterone, low estrogen, fertility issues are there. Dambadya life is not that happy. So people are looking for some solutions and other things on that. Doctor, can you throw some light where we are missing out? What are we missing out? What is it that we should do? I know it's a big area. The best way is to consult. You can always, we'll leave in the description below so you can consult doctor. He's based in Chennai, although he travels across wide. So could you throw some light on that with respect to testosterone?
So testosterone is actually a male reproductive hormone which helps you to give the sexual life, fully sexual life. But that we have what's the science for Vajikarna Chikitsa in Ayurveda. It has been told by different Acharyas in a different way. There are a lot of treatments also there. But basically what I believe is that Kalasya Parinamena Jaramrityu Nimitta Jaha. This is a truth, everyone should accept it. You cannot be that full sexual power in 35-40 in the 55-60. Very rare, because we have classified the age also into 3 doshas. Like the first is Kapha. First almost 25 years can be Kapha age. 25 to 45 is actually the Pitta age. And 45 plus is degenerative phase. That is what Ayurveda allows of the days. We say Vada. So Vada Kalam, everything is in depleted states. So that is what Acharya has told that whatever your treatment has been given, whatever it has been given, the Kala will be automatically gives you a trouble. Kalasya Parinamena Jaramrityu Nimitta Jaha. The old aging or aging factor and death is Nimitta. There is nobody can stop it. It is an inevitable changes we are all facing. But when you I say that stress levels comes down, when your diabetes are not being affected, your neurological system is coffee because of there is no sugar and all that thing. Your sexual life will always boot. Of course, there are a lot of drugs in Ayurveda, herbs in Ayurveda, verify not that, herbs in Ayurveda, which improve your sexual testosterone that you can basically take without consulting the doctors also. But if you have a specific problem, it is better to consult a doctor and have it. Like there are a lot of things, Achonda, Ziladium, a lot of things are there. Achonda, Arishams are there, and Sadavari is there, then Shilajit is. All these things are commonly everyone knows that now. But what I prefer that according to your constitution, there is everyone is being in a natural constitution issue. Even though it is Vada Pitta Kapha, and your natural constitution can be either Vada or Pitta or Kapha, or Vada Pitta, Pitta Kapha, or Kapha Vada, or all the combinations. So these 7 type of Prakriti will be there. Prakriti means it is the Odambu Vak. That is a constitution where you, by birth itself you come, just like your birth go. You cannot change it. According to your Vada Prakriti or Pitta Prakriti or Tapa Prakriti, your diet and routines could be adjusted, lifestyle should be adjusted so that you will not be able to get into trouble because of the constitution. So like that, when a Vada Prakriti person, when you reach the Vada age, you get Vada Vyadhi. It's very natural. So we cannot go against to the natural to the maximum extent, but still the maintenance and rejuvenations are the, that should be personalized, customized. We cannot say generally there is some medicines for that, like Viagra or Bismillah, etc. You don't have that. You have a combination of medicine, right? Because Ayurveda always believes in a combination.
So self-medication of that sort is not advised,
Not advisable, because people are misusing it. Because there are a lot of quackery doctors are practicing on this area. Not the qualified doctors are much practicing on this area. The quackers, the quackery people are just taking you for a ride. So there you should not get affected by.
And money is also...
Yeah, very big money they are collecting. Very big money they are collecting, and they are saying this false promises and all these things. But a qualified doctor doesn't do it. And especially when a hospital it has been accredited with NABH and all that, because I am chief doctor, we cannot give a ball soap to the patients. You can just say what you are going to do and what is the prognosis you are going to get it, and on this will be reported. So we are answerable to the council. So we are answerable to the bureau. So that is what the qualified doctors and unqualified doctors difference. Most of these Vajirana things and most of the sexual diseases are being treated by the unqualified doctors. And people have been lured by some unnecessary advertisements and they are misusing it. That's so. Actually speaking, the reality should be understood. Everyone after 65 or not even 35, their sexual life alone so get degenerated. No doubt.
It is natural.
You accept it first, and then there are possibility, no doubt in that. That is not 100%, but 50 to 60% we can revamp your situation by treatment and a proper treatment. There is no magical remedy, just with single medicine you cannot happen it. That is not possible.
So then, having said that, let's look at something of the aesthetics or cosmetics. So people, the hair industry is a huge industry, and hair fall, and they tie up the hair, sort of hair implant one. So is that something unnatural? Will it have any repercussions?
No, that we cannot comment on that unless I am an expert on that hair transplantation. I can tell you that. But why? It is a cosmetic purpose. People are doing that. But there is no known harm till this date. I don't know whether after 20 years, 26 years, because much of the class after 25 years. Clean dye, certainly there is a problem with the skin, certain people. There are allergic to certain people, all that thing is there. But unfortunately, there is no other go. So people are depending on that. So for cosmetic reason, everyone is depending on that. So now, maximum, we will go for a good company with herbal combinations. If you go for it, you can avoid any allergies happeing by that because of the cosmetology. And whatever it is, the hair loss is also same way. Same law is applied there also. All the jara means the falling of hair, everything is there, and your wrinkling of your skin, all that thing cannot be always. I can have the you can, but that Chavana Murphy has done, and all that. This is what Chavana Prasa is actually. But because the Murphy has been bringing in his youth by having this Chavana or Chavana Prasa, that is what they've been named as Chavana Agastya Rasayanam. It's a person name, it is not the medicine name. Agastya Rasayanam, Agastya has been used it or told, and Chavana has been used, Chavana Murphy has used this, and he has attained younger life and all that thing. Very recently in Kerala, at Peringodamana, there is a Badiyarna Chilsa has done to a Raja. That was the very latest one. And he has become, he was suffering from leprosy. And at the olden time, there is no treatment for leprosy. But he has approached his Peringodamana, or there is a very famous treatment center, house of treatment in Ayurveda. They have done and recorded this thing, and leprosy has been reversed, and he has become a youth
and yes, almost 20 years younger after this treatment procedure. That is what actually it is. But again, the availability of drug, the availability of herb, the persistence of treatment, sustainability of their life, everything is important.
And the Acharya.
Acharya who is selecting it also. You cannot say that wow, that person has bought it, because of that you are also not going to get. Every individual is different, every individual is unique. So everything should be considered, as Ayurveda correctly says, that you cannot jump into one medicine or jump into see, when you take an allopathy side, we can say that antibiotic, paracetamol is a central drug which has been used all over the world. But we cannot do that like that. We should see the 10 aspect of the dosham, dusham, vanam, ganam, mananam, sattvam, sattvam, tada, aharam, avastata, prithartidana. All these 10 items should be seen and then only prescribed. But that is what my guru has very clearly said. Don't jump into the medicine. Understand his dosha involvement, understand his dhatu involvement, understand his mala involvement, then the part which is affected, then you decide it. Don't jump into the symptomatically. But unfortunately today in Ayurveda also all are doing the symptomatic practice, because index practice, a lot of companies are producing this instead of the reimbursement, this insurance reimbursement. Not in reimbursement, instead of generic medicine, they are putting this over-the-counter medicines are there, patent drugs are there. So they come to you and say that, doctor, this is good for that, this is good for this. People are prescribing, doctors are prescribing also, because people are only want to get a allopathic type of tablets today. They are not interested in kashayam, and all that. So we are also changing.
I've seen now we have Ayurvedic capsules.
Yeah,
capsule
tablets. So sugar coated, everything. Capsule, gel capsule, everything like the allopathy.
Even the store also, the arrangement store, everything.
Everything is like that. So that classical drugs slowly is vanishing from the system. That is also a drawback actually. But unfortunately, nobody can help it. Like that is a past life. People are more interested in that only. They cannot carry the Rashayams, Akshams, Turnam. So they are traveling, quite a lot travelings are there. So they are also depending on the patent drugs. That is one way it's a boost, but other way it is also down also. You cannot say that there is a down or a boot because of this cases in Ayurveda.
So finally, we come to the last part. Is there something of a disease, dreaded or worst, which Ayurveda, like now what is happening in allopathy side, a lot of treatments are being given for, so many sittings for a cancer patient. Then they say, another doctor says, I will do it in 17. Another doctor says like this. And then finally, after 5 years of struggle, they say, we can't do anything, you take the provocation. Oh. So a similar sort of, is there some point at which Ayurveda takes away its hand and says, no, we can't do anything. Take the patient away. Is there any worst disease or a point?
Yeah, even Acharya was told that, because when you diagnose the patient, that is Suvasadhya is there. Diseases which easily be cured. That is Suvasadhya. Kritsa Sadhya is there. Difficult to cure. Kashta Sadhya is there. Very difficult to get. And again, certain Acharyas has come into this Ashta Mahagata Rogas. The Maharogas which has been completely solved that there is no treatment. Even the Arbuda has been named in that one. Today you say that cancer there is treatment and all. But Acharyas at that time itself told that Arbuda in the Ashtamahagata Rogas. All these 8 Rogas, almost today in the modern world itself, I see it is unapproachable. Only palliative treatment can be done on all this. Most of the cases is doing that wrong. That is not curative treatment in that. Palliative treatment can be done, no doubt in that. So that is what it is called Ashtamahagata Rogas. All the 8 Rogas which they have mentioned, still it is unapproachable. So
They've already mentioned.
So when the Acharyas with lot of knowledge, lot of herbs availability, lot of other thing availability, natural immune was there. At that time itself, when they classified into Suvasadhya, Kritsa Sadhya, Kaksha Sadhya, Asadhya, and Asamahagata Rogas and all that thing. Short-term knowledge, people like us cannot say that every disease can be treated or every disease can be cured. No, but prevention is only same thing. You follow the Ayurvedic principles. Follow the Ayurvedic principle. That is what actually the Ayurveda definition says. Idahidam, Sukham, Dukkham, Ayush, Tatsya, Idahidam, Manam, Ayurveda, Sauchedi. What is Hida for your life? What is Aida for your life? What is the do's in the life? What is the don'ts in the life? The science which explaining is, which is Ayurveda. If you understand that, your Hida and Adida, it can be history. Yeah. Your dosha, your prakriti, your constitution, accordingly you adjust your food. All that thing reduces the disease difficulty in your body. Otherwise, you will be facing that.
Doctor, to the final part, one question out of curiosity. What is your take on people who say it's a karma, last birth karma, that he is facing this disease? What's your? Can you throw some light on that?
Yeah, certainly that can be a truth also. Even though we don't have a solid proof for that, and there is a very clearly so Purva Janma Gratam Bhavam Vyadhi Rogana Jayade. There is no doubt in that, which is coming. To be very frank, you can take about the autoimmune diseases. For just an example, I am talking.
Okay.
There are a lot of other diseases also. When you consider about the autoimmune diseases, the modern science with all this research oriented and everything, published the papers are there, everything, they say their reason is idiopathic. For example, it's like Amavada, that is the rheumatoid arthritis. There are volumes and volumes of researches has gone into that. There are a lot of medications are also there, but still it is not cured. And it is what they ultimately say, the reason is idiopathic. Or otherwise it has been come from your heredity. Or it has been come from something. So from the heredity it is come, or from the other life it is come. This is two here. When you say idiopathic in a scientific way, we say it is a thermoid. Roga. So that is what we say, that we cannot completely deny that there is no karma disease like that. But unfortunately, we don't have a scientific proof for that. So whatever the idiopathic diseases is classified under the karma.
But how far can it go into the lineage, ancestral lineage? How many generations?
It can be 3 or 4 or 5 even generations.
Okay.
We cannot predict that one. But it can be brought to that because that again it's the chromosomal arrangements. And most of these congenital diseases, you say that it is coming from your parents or chromosomal imbalances. That is what even the spastic children are being born because of the marriage from the renaceous end. So these are all the karma we say. See, the karma is only this one. I am not taking that karma as a single point.
Okay.
Karma is multifaceted. So this actually a spastic, we are running a spastic school also. I know that 100 children we are running a spastic school. I am also treating them with Ayurvedic medicine also, with free of cost. And in that itself, we had results. No doubt in that. So that is also a karma. Why they people are only getting it? We are not able to tell. The possibility we are saying, maybe from the marriage from the same, this thing is giving you this. This is the reason, that is the reason. You haven't settled properly in the prenatal care was not done. All that thing you can say, that's all our possibility. Again, I can say this is a karma. This is a karma disease. So not doubting this karma has certainly an influence on us. Whether it is proved or not proved, we should believe that even the modern science not able to fix a solution or find a reason for most of the diseases. Most of the diseases are available. They are just given a nickname called autoimmune disease or idiopathic or congenital thing. Or in names has been given, that's all. We are not able to fix. This is the reason for this. So that is what Ayurveda also believe in, that there is a karma involvement in the disease also.
Wonderful. So that was intriguing, interesting, thrilling, and it was so informative. It clarified so many things, not only for me, but even for the viewers. So it was a wonderful experience talking to Dr. C.C. Saji. And the details are given in the link below. So do post your questions, do put the comments. Please tell us how the show was. And we are immensely grateful from MBA Yoga Guru. This is Professor VKJ. Jai Gurudev, the pranams to you. Thank you so much, Doctor, for having visited our premises. And in spite of all this difficulty, there is no AC, no power and no lighting and all that. He was kind enough, to sit over here and bear with us and go through the whole process. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this particular episode.
That is very humble of you to say it. Thank you so much.